useless for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
Colbert's all new with Billy Joel. Tonight.
We're being drugged,
Kidnapped and coerced.
You'll create $500 million in counterfeit American dollars. We have bullets with your names on them.
Oh boy.
Now,
Run like hell!
their only hope of escape is her
No way, Chester!
mother.
Not gonna work, Mom. Okay. You're the one I kill first.
New Scorpion next Monday.
Working for you. 13 News at 11 begins now.
We start this evening with breaking news. A man wanted for child neglect is now in police custody after turning himself in.
This is 19-year-old Caleb Austin Grass being arraigned in a Kanawha County courtroom just within the last hour. His 1-month-old infant has broken ribs, was in respiratory distress, and was transported to the hospital. According to prosecutors, the baby is now in critical condition in a Pittsburgh hospital. That baby had to be resuscitated twice. Grass's bond is set at $100,000. Caitlin Berger, the mother of that infant, has also been charged. Both of their preliminary hearings are set for this Friday. Now to our top story tonight. Nicholas County Superintendent recommending consolidating 5 county schools into 2 new schools. That move has been speculated for months, but was still shocking and unwelcome news for many Richwood residents.
13 News reporter Alyssa Meisner has been following this story closely from the beginning. She breaks down exactly what was recommended to the board tonight and where Nicholas County will go from here.
Middle schools to be closed, Richwood Middle School and Summersville Middle School.
A sea of disappointed faces as Superintendent Dr. Donna Burge-Tetrick asked the Board of Education to consider shutting down Nicholas County and Richwood High Schools, Summersville and Richwood Middle Schools, and the Nicholas Career Center in order to build 2 new consolidated schools.
The kids have lost a lot. A lot of them lost homes, lost cars, have lost a lot, and now to lose the school also.
The recommendation comes after June flooding destroyed Richwood's middle and high school, as well as Summersville's middle school. Many Richwood families wanted to see their schools rebuilt within the city limits. FEMA has approved all 3 schools to be rebuilt.
Why are we, the flooded school being consolidated with a school that wasn't flooded? Seems almost like we're being punished.
A declining population and growing budget constraints were the top reasons cited for consolidation. But Richwood's mayor says the investment being made in the city post-flooding wasn't factored into the superintendent's report.
I totally reject her numbers. I believe that Richwood today, it has 75 students in its high school. I predict that we will have 150 in Richwood within 10 years.
The board has now asked the superintendent to look into potential sites for the consolidated schools before they make their final vote.
You see every morning headlines from Kanawha County that things are moving quickly, and here we are. I still don't even have a classroom yet.
For 13 News, I'm Alyssa Meisner, working for you in Nicholas County.
So to clarify, only 3 of the 5 schools proposed for closure were flooded out this summer, so it's not yet clear if FEMA will be paying for the consolidated schools, even though students who weren't flooded would be attending those schools. The Board of Education can vote as early as the 23rd. If approved, the county would then need to work with FEMA to reapply for aid. That Richwood community is also getting a special delivery from Denver, Colorado. They helped the flood-ravaged community by selling them a like-new dump truck and a front loader for just $2,000. The actual value of this equipment, $50,000. The mayor of Richwood says the gesture is a great boost towards their efforts to rebuild. That equipment will be used to haul gravel, fix roads, and to work on the water and sewer systems. We have breaking news into the 13 newsroom right now. 1 person is dead after a car accident in Putnam County. According to the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, 1 man was killed. A woman needed to be taken to a hospital by helicopter. She has serious injuries. It's not yet clear what caused the crash. Stick with 13 News for the latest.
A car accident in Kanawha County leaving 1 dead and another in the hospital tonight. The accident happened around 8 this evening on Kirby Hollow Road in Loudonville. Several agencies responded to that call. The injured person was conscious during their transport to the hospital. Also in Kanawha County tonight, a car is pulled up from a 30-foot embankment after an accident. No one was found at the scene just off Browns Creek Road in St. Albans, so at this point, crews are not sure if there are any injuries. Kanawha County Sheriff's deputies say the car may have been there for quite some time. They're now checking records to see if that car was stolen or previously reported as an accident.
Police are still searching for the body of a man they say was stabbed with a machete, then dumped into the Kanawha River.
Well, take a look at some video from earlier today when crews continued their search for Brandon Robinson in the river near the Lowe's in Kanawha City. The suspect, 23-year-old Brian Thompson, was arrested in connection to that incident. Thompson telling police that he hit and stabbed Robinson with a machete before throwing his body into the river.
The driver of a car hit last week by a Charleston police officer has died. Last week, officers were responding to an armed burglary call in Orchard Manor. On the way to the scene, Patrolman Stephen Doss collided with an elderly woman on Washington Street West. Chief Brent Webster says the patrol car did not have lights or sirens on, but it should have due to the nature of the call. Both suffered injuries at the scene. This morning, that elderly woman died.
It's just a very tragic situation all around. We've got a lady that, you know, passed on, an elderly lady passed on. Her family misses her and loves her. And we have a police officer that was doing a very good job for our department, was trying to do the right thing, and now his life's forever changed too.
Patrolman Doss has been placed on administrative leave. No word yet if he'll be charged in the accident.
Today marks 3 years since the West Virginia water crisis. On January 9th, 2014, a toxic chemical spill from the Freedom Industries plant along the Elk River contaminated the drinking water for weeks for well over 300,000 people. Today, clean water advocates gathered at the state capitol to talk about new legislation and citizen action to prevent another water contamination disaster in the future.
It's an emotional day. It's a mixture of anger, frustration, uncertainty, but also hope and resolve that we have to carry on and be vigilant about protecting our water.
A number of executives from Freedom Industries were sent to prison after that disaster. A class action lawsuit produced a settlement of $151 million, but distribution of that money is still a work in progress.
Now at 11, the governor announcing a settlement that's been reached with 2 prescription drug wholesalers, AmerisourceBergen and Cardinal Health. Now between the 2 companies, the state will receive around $47 million. The settlements resolve allegations by the state related to the distribution of controlled substances to West Virginia licensed and DEA registered dispensers. AmerisourceBergen and Cardinal Health deny the allegations of the plaintiff's complaint and any wrongdoing.
We have an update now on tracking state-owned fleet vehicles and watching out for your tax dollars. This week, a new bill will be proposed to find out exactly how many cars and trucks West Virginia actually owns. The fleet manager says it's 7,000, but the state is paying insurance for 12,000 vehicles. That legislation would authorize new license plates so the DMV can get an accurate count.
It's remarkable how far off the numbers, you know, with around 7,500 being the low number and 1,250 or 12,500 being the high number. When you've got a 5,000 vehicle variance, you really can't figure out what the savings are until we get control of what the fleet is. And that's our primary function right now. Let's get control of the fleet.
Oh, there's more. Further complicating this issue, the DMV says it has issued 10,000 plates for state vehicles. So 3 different agencies have been giving lawmakers 3 different totals. The House and Senate hope to get a more accurate count when the full legislature begins its session next month.
School employees are facing cutbacks tonight. According to the Kanawha County Schools, the county has seen a loss of almost 800 students, which means big cuts in staffing. In total, 72 positions will be cut before the start of next year. 12 of the 72 positions will be cut from the central office. The other 60 will come from schools around the county. The county currently employs about 4,000 people.
We were just talking moments ago about how there's still some ice out there because we've been spending a few days below freezing.
Absolutely. Even in the parking garage, you can see little patches of ice. We're ready to thaw out a bit, Spencer.
Yeah, gotta be careful out there. Spencer, we'll get right back to you in just a couple of moments. Huntington's mayor and city council are considering an ordinance that would ban guns from city buildings. The increased security concerns came after an irate citizen in possession of a gun was ejected from a recent council meeting. A possible city firearm ban would extend from City Hall to all Huntington municipal buildings. The newly re-elected city council chairman tells us there are two sides to consider in possibly restricting guns from public buildings.
The good guys and gals that would have access to a gun be banned from City Hall because a criminal is not going to read the sign on the door that says no guns and stop what he's doing and put the gun down to come in.
Huntington's police department already has a weapons ban posted. Bates says the city will look at all options to make all Huntington municipal buildings more secure.
It's the beginning of the end for WVU Tech in Fayette County. The school is starting its final spring semester before moving to Beckley in the fall. The school has been based in Montgomery since 1895. The community's also been pondering the move before its 40-mile trek to its new campus. Some school leaders tell us they're looking forward to the change.
I am excited. It's a great opportunity for our students, faculty, and staff and alumni. We've had people really get back into being engaged and attending more things, and especially the members of the community and alumni.
Cunningham also says the school is seeing a larger interest from local high school students.
We're hoping that this cold weather didn't take the voice away from our chief meteorologist.
Second time's the charm.
There you go.
That's right, Marcel are going to do that. Make sure that we, but you can hear me, so that kind of ruins the effect. All right, now in the meantime, looking here at Charleston, looks pretty good. Watch out for the ice on the side of the road. We know that we had a couple of wrecks today. It's not as if everything is a sheet of ice, but it doesn't take anything at all. Just kind of lose traction there on a little patch here or there, and so just let's be careful with that. Here's a little patch of precipitation that's breaking up. Again, we thought it would across Kentucky and West Virginia, but I would say in southeast Ohio and then eventually crossing into West Virginia, let's say from about Mason County up here to the north and to the east, this is just a little patch of some light snow, and that'll change into a little light rain and snow mixture before that scoots away and the temperature warms up. It's colder here in Parkersburg at 25 and Charleston at 24 than it is in Portsmouth at 33. So that warmth is on the way. Temperature change, this is remarkable. We're 26 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Woo, gotta like that. We'll start the day at about 29. Back with more in just a few minutes.
A community is on edge as a suspected cop killer is still on the run. We have an update from Orlando.
And is he competent to stand trial? What's next for the man accused in the deadly Florida airport shooting? Next on 13 News at 11.
It's Tudor's Mix and Match Biscuit Deal. Choose from our sausage biscuit, the potato melt, the peppy, or the egg melt for only $5.95.
Do you need a professional plumber? Valley Plumbing is your area's leading source for residential and commercial plumbing service, repair, drain cleaning, backflow testing, water heater installation, and water, sewer, and gas line repairs and installations. We do it all. Do you need a professional plumber fast? We offer 24-hour emergency service. Our experienced crew of professional plumbers are ready to help at a moment's notice. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years. When you need a professional plumber, Valley Plumbing is the one to call.
The judgment-free zone is where you belong. For $1 down and then $10 a month. Offer ends January 11th. $1 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. For $1 down and then $10 a month. Because everyone can use a little love. The world judges. We don't. Join now in club or online at planetfitness.com. Offer ends January 11th. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Join Planet Fitness in Barboursville or Cross Lanes. Hurry, this offer ends January 11th.
Nobody sells for less. Nobody during Mattress Firm's year-end closeout sale. Right now, get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, save up to $500 store-wide. And get a free box with the purchase of select mattresses. Sleep happy on a Sealy Firm Queen set for just $299.99. Plus, sleep interest-free for 5 full years. So hurry in and don't miss Mattress Firm's year-end closeout sale.
When it's serious, it's St. Mary's.
They ended up putting 2 stents in. I coded twice, they didn't give up, and it brought me back. I think it's the best place to go, especially with heart trouble. I've always gone to St. Mary's and gotten excellent care, so I do appreciate everything they do. I wouldn't be here without them. I owe my life to them.
A massive manhunt is still going on in Florida tonight after a man shoots and kills a police officer there.
Orlando police are looking for 41-year-old suspect Markeith Lloyd. They say that he is also a suspect in the murder of his pregnant ex-girlfriend last month. They consider him armed and dangerous. After Master Sergeant Deborah Clayton was shot, sheriff's officials say they saw Lloyd escaping in her police vehicle. While searching for the suspect, Officer Norman Lewis, an 11-year veteran of the Orange County Sheriff's Department, was killed in a motorcycle crash.
This is probably one of the toughest days for me in my career, because not only did we lose an Orlando police officer today, we lost an Orange County deputy sheriff as well.
The sheriff says the best thing the suspect can do is turn himself in. There is a $60,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of that suspect.
The Iraq War veteran accused of a shooting rampage in Florida made his first court appearance today. Esteban Santiago is accused of killing 5 people and wounding 6 others in the Fort Lauderdale airport on Friday. Last November, he walked into an FBI office in Alaska and told federal agents U.S. intelligence was controlling his mind.
Yeah, those agents took his licensed gun away for a month and then returned it. It's the same gun used in that massacre. Legal experts say Santiago's competency will be a major factor in all aspects of his case.
Because if he is not competent to assist in his defense, they can't even have a trial for him. He can't stand trial if he's found to be mentally incompetent.
Santiago will be back in court for a bond hearing next week. His motive remains unknown.
President-elect Donald Trump named his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, as senior White House advisor. The 35-year-old real estate mogul will focus on trade deals in the Middle East, but Trump wouldn't offer more details.
Kushner's appointment is based on a legal opinion that anti-nepotism laws don't apply to the White House. Congress passed the law back in 1967, 6 years after President Kennedy appointed his brother Robert as Attorney General. Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway says it doesn't apply to Kushner.
This came about to stop maybe family members serving on the cabinet. Right. But the president does have discretion to choose a staff.
Kushner will not take a salary in his role as senior advisor to the president. This all comes a day before the first Senate confirmation hearings get underway for some of the president-elect's other high-level nominees.
Still to come, some dangerous weather taking place across the country tonight. Find out where after the break.
Things much quieter here on the home front, though. Spencer has your complete weather forecast next on 13 News at 11.
More than 70 years, the Bannon Automotive family has been dedicated to providing you with the best ownership experience possible. What began as a backyard used car lot in Flatwoods, Kentucky, has grown into one of the nation's largest and most unique dealerships. Visit us now, and remember, at Bannon Automotive, you're one of the family.
When you're in a serious car accident, suddenly, you're facing a lot of questions. How do you deal with insurance companies? The medical bills. You need answers, and you need them now. That's where I come in. I'm Jan Dills. If you have questions about a personal injury claim, ask me, talk to me. I tackled government and insurance giants for over 20 years, and I know how to get results. A serious car accident can leave you with a lot of questions. That's why the right attorney can help you find the answer.
For a limited time, there are 2 new ways to celebrate the legendary Big Mac. Like the Grand Mac, 1/3 pound, 100% pure beef, twice the melty cheese, and twice the craveable special sauce. And the Mac Jr. All the flavor, 1 less layer. But hurry, they're only here for a limited time. The 1, the only, the 3.
When you wake up in the morning, you need to know the weather. Is it going to snow? Can I get to work? Who's going to watch the kids? When severe weather hits, you need a plan.
We get you up to the minute you wake up.
Storm Tracker 13 on 13 News this morning. We're working for you.
Severe weather, it's serious business.
Affecting each and every one of us.
And it's the responsibility of 13 News
and the entire Storm Tracker 13 team to keep you safe. Not only when the big storm hits, but before it gets here. Giving you time to prepare.
So when the snow flies and the wind blows, you can be sure Storm Tracker 13 will be working for you.
Storm Tracker 13, working for you on the air, on the web, and on your phone. Now, Now Storm Tracker 13 with the area's most powerful HD live Doppler radar.
Okay, let's show you some headlines. You know, it's been icy, so again, we've got to be careful out there on the roadways, but the snow people may be melting here this week. You ready for it? As the warmer air moves in, here's the breakdown. Nights will start to hop above freezing here. Again, that trend will begin tomorrow. Rounds of rain will roll through. Most of the heavy rain will be on the westernmost side of the viewing area. The further west you go, the more rain you'll see this week. All right, Charleston right now, it's quiet, it's cold, and temperatures are in the 20s. High temperatures today, check this out. We had a high of about 37, and that was only about 20 degrees warmer than yesterday. 36 in Huntington today, 37 in Louisa. So these are some pretty remarkable temperatures. It really didn't feel that bad, and that's amazing because, you know, when you're on the way down into the cold part of the year, you know, 37, you start complaining around then. Now, after 17 for a high, we go, 37 feels pretty good. Not bad whatsoever. Here's a patch of precip floating across Ohio, and I'll call it precip because there will be multiple forms. There's warmer air. See the white lines? That's your wind. So warmer air is moving into this system. It's snow in Michigan. It's a little bit of some snow, a little branch of some snow showers here. A lot of that not reaching the ground, but some of it can, mainly in southeastern Ohio, kind of making a little line up toward Parkersburg, Clarksburg. A little taste of that might just scoot through the tri-state, and again, from about Huntington onto a line around Clarksburg, but only for just a few hours in the morning, just enough to fall from the sky and be a conversation piece. But again, if you see the road looks like it's wet, let's just be careful just in case. It's 25 in Charleston, but it's 30 in Huntington, and it's 32 in Moorhead. It's 34 over in Lexington. That warmer air is going to inch its way in. We'll start roughly 29-ish or so because we can go down and then actually start to rise before the sun comes up on a southerly breeze this time of year. So we look and we say, all right, well, here's a system that's going to scoot through pretty quickly. The heaviest snow will be up here to the north. We are going to tap into Pacific warmth and southerly breezes for a couple of days. Tomorrow will be windy, too, out of the south. Clemson, all right, they're playing football right now. I still have 2 cars and a couple of people over there. I'm sure everybody's watching that football game at Clemson University, but right now you want to know about the weather here at home. And there it is. You can see that that precip rolls to the north. We expect that things will be generally dry throughout the middle stretch of the day. It's tomorrow late and tomorrow night when we have a pretty good round of rain. Then Wednesday, we sit and we wait for a late day round of rain. So you can see this comes by in rounds. And then Thursday, we await another round of late day rain. And friends, it's going to get warm on Thursday. How warm? Check out the temperature rise. 60s. You kidding me? Look at that punch of 60s right on into the middle portion of the viewing area. That's something. So 27 degrees again covers it for tonight. We'll look for 27 to turn into 50 or so. Of course, we know it's a few degrees cooler in a few spots, but that's pretty much what we're dealing with there. And 50, how about that? We'll take it, and then we'll move from 50 to our high temperature. Oops, let me go back to that real quickly. 65 degrees by Thursday. That's the one that you really wanted to see there. TriStateUpdate.com. That's the site to see all the details.
And we're thankful tonight that we are not dealing with the type of weather that some folks out west are.
That's right. From Northern California into Nevada, heavy rain causing major flooding in Reno. Hundreds of homes were evacuated as the Truckee River overflowed.
Yeah, throughout that region, heavy rain caused drivers to become stranded as rising floodwaters overtook their vehicles. Strong winds toppling this tree known for its iconic tunnel and a famed tourist attraction there.
Wow, unbelievable video. Well, don't have as much time to work out during the week as maybe you'd like. Well, why that could actually be coming up.
Working for you. Instant weather alerts first thing in the morning. Download the 13 News app and sign up for instant alerts.
Car wreck? Call Farmer Klein & Campbell, and we'll start on your case immediately.
We work hard to get you more money than the insurance company might offer. Medical bills, lost paychecks, money for pain and suffering.
We know how much more money you may be entitled to, and we work to get it for you without making you go to court.
Working for you in our office or in a courtroom, we know how to get you paid.
Car wreck?
Call attorneys Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Because our team works to get you more.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Looking for some variety? Tudor's has a deal for you. It's our mix and match biscuit deal. Choose from our sausage biscuit, the potato melt, the peppy, or the egg melt. Mix and match any 4 of these fresh baked biscuits for only $5.95. Hurry in and choose 4 of your favorites, only from Tudor's Biscuit World. The Tudor's Mix and Match Biscuit Deal. variety, and a whole lot more.
Suddenlink knows speed is the name of the game. So get our new triple play offer with fast, reliable, high-speed internet for $77.99 a month, guaranteed for 2 years when you switch. Suddenlink's high-speed internet is 8 times faster than phone company internet. Chat with friends and family, download your favorites, and binge watch to your heart's content. Need even faster internet? Well, Suddenlink offers speeds up to 150 megs. It practically breaks the sound barrier. Call 877-553-7998 and join the over 1.5 million customers who switch to Suddenlink today. Suddenlink. More power to you.
One of the things that GoMart looks for is a company that is going to provide us with the best coverage for the best premium that we can get.
When you look at the overall picture, the partnership that we have with GoMart is working.
Working with Brick Street keeps our employees and customers safer every day.
You know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Welcome back. Many people say they just can't find the time to exercise during the work week because they're just too busy with family or with work.
We hear you. Now, new research shows packing in the physical activity on just the weekends is still beneficial. Kenneth Craig has more.
Georgia Kopani is a teacher with a busy schedule, and finding time to hit the gym isn't easy. So the 38-year-old crams her workouts into just 2 days.
It's difficult because, you know, the only thing after a long day is that you want to go and just sit down and rest and empty your mind.
Guidelines recommend 150 minutes of moderate physical activity each week, ideally spread out. But a new study suggests jamming your exercise into just 1 or 2 days can also be beneficial for so-called weekend warriors like Kopani. The research shows it reduced the risk of death from all causes, cardiovascular disease and cancer.
And that was about a 30% lower risk of death compared to inactive individuals.
The study looked at fitness surveys on nearly 64,000 people in the UK over a decade.
And more is better. Researchers found people who exercised 3 or more days a week had additional health benefits.
People may want to consider health outcomes other than just mortality or death, such as diabetes or mental health, depression, sleep.
Georgia says she feels great when she hits the gym.
My confidence is better. I feel better, healthier.
Tighten up the quad, yep.
And she's working with a trainer now to try to stay on track. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
So again, just to reiterate, for researchers say any activity is better than no activity, so it's important just to get out, get moving when you can.
Like a lot of folks in sports do.
Absolutely. College football national championship game going on right now. We'll give you an update, plus high school basketball action tonight. Highlights coming up next in the 13 Sports Zone.
I'm Chelsea, and I'm a recovering drug addict. I was 12 years old when I took my first pill, and my life started spiraling out of control. Soon after, I started taking OxyContin and was at the lowest point in my life. In 2008, I decided that my life was worth more than drugs. Now, I'm 8 years sober. I'm currently working at Appalachian Health Services alongside with Ohio Valley Physicians. If you or someone you know is suffering from substance abuse, please contact us today at Ohio Valley Physicians or Appalachian Health Services.
Nobody sells for less. Nobody during Mattress Firm's year-end closeout sale. Right now, get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, save up to $500 store-wide. And get a free box with the purchase of select mattresses. Sleep happy on a Sealy Firm Queen set for just $299.99. Plus, sleep interest-free for 5 full years. So hurry in and don't miss Mattress Firm's year-end closeout sale.
What do you call a sale where you can take up to 50% off, plus get up to $1,000 in free stuff with up to 84 months financing? Big Sandy calls it the deal of the decade. Going on now at all our superstores. This Ashley leather sectional with nailhead trim is just $19.99. Plus, get a 55-inch 4K Ultra TV free. 65-inch 4K Ultra LED TV. Don't pay $9.99, only $4.99. It's the deal of the decade.
Another reason why Big Sandy Superstore is bigger and better.
It's that time of year again.
If school's closed, the 13 News app has me covered.
There's more than school closings, you know.
Like what?
Breaking news, weather forecast.
Do they have traffic alerts?
They sure do. Big board traffic with cameras everywhere.
Sounds like there's an alert for everyone.
You can get your school closings on the air with 13 News this morning. On the web at tristateupdate.com and on the go with the 13 News mobile app. Jack Kane on 13 News, working for you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew Goldfarb. Welcome to the 13 Sports Zone. For the first night in about a week, plenty of high school basketball games being played across the area. Start with the girls' game. Herbert Hoover hosting Taze Valley Christian. Second quarter, Huskies ahead. Kay Lucas to Holly Edwards. Edwards gets a helpful bounce on this one. That goes in for 2. Then a little bit later, Taylor Carpenter going up to Micah Cutup. Cutup goes right back to Carpenter. She's open for 3. That one will fall as well. Carpenter all smiles after that one. Late in the half, Edwards finds Emily Hatfield. She's open for the shot with her toes on the line. That counts as a long 2 points. Taze trailed 28-21 at the half. Early third, Allison Dunbar gets it to Cutup in the corner. That is good for 2. Hoover wins in a close one, 52-49. Boys action, South Charleston hosting Hurricane in the first. Off the missed free throw opportunity, E.J. Phillips grabs the offensive board, somehow finds Marquet Hampton. No idea how he knew he was there. Hampton turns it into 2 with that shot, a little bounce off the backboard and in. And then Shavon Cunningham dribbles up. Watch this pass, little toss to Phillips for the inside bucket. He had 8 points in just the first quarter. Later, Nick Motto takes the pass, drives down the baseline, but misses his shot. Jacob Lawrence there. The rebound and the putback to go. Redskins hanging in there. More pretty passing from South Charleston. Cunningham gets it, connects with Hampton while spinning away. Hampton adds another 2 points to his tally. In the end, Black Eagles win 92-63. Same teams, but the girls' game from this afternoon. Pick things up in the second quarter. Olivia Jeffries inbounding. Finds Lavender Ward. One dribble and the shot. It falls. That is good. Black Eagles extending their lead. Here comes Hurricane. Brooke Lucas with a bounce pass. Colin Bostick for 3. That one will drop. The Redskins' first non-free throw points of the game. More from South Charleston. Cheyenne Dunham inbounds. Ayala Dunham again. Just one dribble in the shot. That one good. Nearing the end of the half now. Dunham finds Rhea Smith just beyond the arc for 3. The Black Eagles roll 82-21. The WVU men's basketball team went 1-1 last week, and tomorrow night, the Mountaineers host #1 Baylor. Angelica Trinone has a game preview in tonight's WVI report.
January 12, 2016. That was the night that the WVU men's basketball team pulled the upset over the then #1 Kansas Jayhawks. And tomorrow night, January 10th, 2017, the Mountaineers will have another opportunity to disrupt the top team in the nation as the Baylor Bears come to Morgantown for a 7 p.m. tip.
They keep their wings high, so it makes it difficult to get the ball down low, but you just have to be careful with the ball and make the right passes.
And that is the latest on the Mountaineers here in Morgantown. I'm Angelica Trinone.
College football, the national championship game going on tonight down in Tampa. Alabama taking on Clemson. No highlights tonight. The game's still going on. We can tell you it's a very close contest. Clemson just scored. It is 24-21 Bama with about a full quarter still to go, maybe 14 minutes on the dot, according to my phone. So Fairmont native Nick Saban looking for back-to-back national championships and his 5th in the last 8 years. Wow. I know Pat, as an SEC fan first and an LSU fan second, will be very happy about that.
LSU fan first.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We'll be right back.
SEC.
Be prepared for your drive to work. Watch Big Board Traffic with Brian Hughes, starting at 4:30 on 13 News this morning.
An out-of-control teen.
She yells, she screams.
She's run away 15 times.
Go away!
Wait until you see what happens next.
All new Dr. Phil.
Tomorrow at 3 on WOWK 13.
Want lotion for skin that glows?
Skin that glows? My skin gets so dry and itchy, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Skin Repair. 48-hour moisture in one use and guaranteed relief for dry, itchy skin. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my skin back.
Fireworks of flavor!
Fireworks of flavor? My lips get so dried and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. All-day moisture in one use and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my lips back.
13 News gives you the latest medical information to help get and keep you healthy. Join Jack Kane every weekday during 13 News at 5 for Health Watch. Brought to you by the Health Plan, the plan for West Virginia.
There are a lot of stories out there. The new TriStateUpdate.com puts it all in one place for you. Just type in TriStateUpdate.com and you're there. There's a large picture viewer for top stories and easy navigation. And the type is larger for easier reading. Plus, you'll find lots of ways to share and connect with us. And you can see the weather on every page. It's easier to read, it's easier to navigate, so check out the new TriStateUpdate.com. It's easy. TriStateUpdate.com.
When you wake up in the morning,
you need to know breaking news, news that happened overnight, and news that's happening right now.
Because you don't want to be the one that doesn't know. News that's up to the minute you wake up.
From 13 News this morning, we're working for you.
Looking for superstars? We know where you can find Ben Affleck.
Just this show. In fact, only this show.
Plus, what's green and smells like trash?
What and gross.
Oscar the Grouch, next hour.
Tomorrow at 4 on WOWK 13. Working for you. Instant weather alerts first thing in the morning.
This is what I love about winter in West Virginia. We get a good taste of it.
Right. Yes.
And then it's going to actually warm up before you know it.
This week it's going away. It's going to warm up to about 65 by Thursday. Just watch out tomorrow morning, mainly again north of Charleston, Huntington, briefly just for a few hours, then rain late, and again, boy, 65 Thursday.
Now it feels like living in the South again. It soon will be. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night.